Today, class, we are going to learn more about our community. Provo has many places and jobs that help it to run smoothly. Have you ever been to the library? Our community has a really cool library. It is much bigger than most libraries, and there are a lot of resources here. Does anyone know what you can do here? You can do things like check out books to read for fun or find information, and use the computers. They have a lot of events here, like dances and weddings, and story time as well. Does this look like an old or a new building? It is a very old building, and it has a really interesting history. At this point, we would talk to our students a little bit about how Provo Library used to be the original Brigham Young Academy.
Everyone in our community has their own job to help it run smoothly. Some of these include doctors and nurses, teachers, dentists, and lawyers. These are just a few. Other important people in our community are postal workers. Let's take a trip to the Provo Post Office. This video that we will show our kids is a field trip to the post office. Have you ever been to the post office? Have you ever sent or received a letter? Do you have to have a post office in order to get mail? The post office is an important part of the community because it helps people to stay in touch and communicate with others.
Next, I'm going to show you a special place that has always been a part of Provo. This is the Provo Tabernacle. Have any of you ever been here? The Provo Tabernacle is a very old place. It has been around for over 100 years. Does anyone know what happened to it a couple of years ago? A fire started and the inside burned. At this point, we'd show this video to the students of the Provo Tabernacle burning. This was sad for the people of Provo because they used to have a lot of concerts and other events here, so it was a special place. It is now being rebuilt to be an LDS temple, but it's still going to look nearly the same as it did in the first place. At this point, we would talk a little bit about fire safety and how if students see a fire, they should leave quickly, alert an adult, and call 911.
Have you ever seen a fire? How did you feel? Was it scary? Did the firemen come and take care of it? What do you think firemen do? Those are some good ideas. When we are learning about the Provo Tabernacle fire, we learn about how to stay safe if there is a fire. Now that we know all about it, then we can see the place that makes it all possible. When you call to report a fire, the firemen take action. Provo has its very own fire station. Let's learn a little bit about what happens in a fire station. At this point, we would show this video of the Provo of a fire department in California. From this video, what can you tell me about what firefighters do? Our last stop is BYU's campus. Can anyone tell me what BYU is? Have you ever been there? If so, what for? This video will tell you a little bit about BYU. And alright, so this is the video right here that we would show. This is where I went to college. I want to show you a few pictures around campus. This is Y Mountain. This is the Swicket, and it's a building on campus. And this is the Heber J. Grant building. It's where we took all of our tests in college. I learned a lot here about how to be a good teacher. I also have a funny video to show you guys about something that happened when I was going to BYU. It rained one morning, but it was so cold that the rain froze. It made it very slippery and hard to walk around. At this point, we would show them the freezing rain video, the bottom video. Utah has many different types of weather. What other types of weather have we learned about? Remember earlier when we talked about how special libraries are? I studied a lot at the library at BYU. It is a very big one. Let's see just how big it is. How do we want to measure it? Do we want to measure it in inches or feet? Let's go with feet because that would be a lot of inches and feet are bigger than inches. Let's measure it right now. All right, we measured it and it's 138 feet, about.
Why is college important? What do you want to study in college? Some jobs in a community take a lot of special knowledge and skills. These jobs need people that have gone to college to learn how to do them. Our community would not be as strong without them. There are so many cool things in our community that we never even knew about. Let's write a letter to Mom and Dad and tell them about all of the cool places we visited today. Remember when we learned about the post office? We will send our letter to our parents using the post office.